Hey there, Grizzlies. This is an SAT registration tutorial. We'll talk a little bit about the ACT and the differences between the two, but mainly we'll talk about how to register for the SAT. So, SAT and ACT, they are college entrance exams. They're required by most four-year schools. Some schools have moved to test optional based on a student's cumulative GPA. However, a specific scholarship may require you to take the or submit SAT or ACT score. So before you opt out of taking the exam, make sure that you do your research. Also, community colleges don't require these, but you may be able to use the score instead of having to take the placement exam. So they're fairly similar. The SAT does not have a science section, and the ACT does. The cost is about the same. Math accounts for 50% of your score on the SAT and 25% of your score on the ACT. One thing that's really important for registration for either one is that your photo ID must match the name on your registration. We see a lot of times that students, especially students with two last names, only use their first last name, but their ID has both. And the day of the exam, they aren't able to test because it doesn't match. So make sure that you are using your name, your full name, and the name that appears on the photo ID that you're going to be using. And really, you should be using your full name for all college applications, the FAFSA, all of that. Make sure that everything is the same and that you're using your full name. So, fee waivers are available to students who qualify. If you think that you qualify, come see us or talk to your counselor about it. Most schools will accept either the SAT or the ACT, and we recommend that students take it in the spring of junior year and then again in the fall of senior year. So we're going to do a brief walkthrough of the SAT registration process. The ACT registration process is fairly similar, so it's going to be asking for the same information. If you need help with the registration, we can help with either one. So on SAT, you're going to go on to their website and you'll see their page like that, and you're going to click on register now. It'll give you this page here, and you're going to sign in if you already have an account. But for this purpose, we're going to assume you don't have an account and you are wanting to sign up. Then you're going to create a student account. Anything that has the little red asterisk next to it is going to be required. Again, your first and last name must match your photo ID. Also, when you select your email address, make sure that you are using your personal email, something that you will have access to beyond high school. So after high school graduation, your email will be deactivated. So make sure that you don't use that one. You'll also have to create a username and password. Make sure it's something that you can remember or write it down somewhere. It's a good idea to have a college binder or folder that has all of this information on there. Then you can select if you want to receive notifications and reminders. And then also you can put in parent information, but it's not required. You have to agree to the terms and conditions. And then it'll take you to this page here where you're able to register for the SAT. You'll see the sections that you have to complete in order to register. So the first one is personal information. Some of this information or this section will already be pre-filled based on the information that you put in when you created your account, but be sure to review it before you continue. Then it'll take you to the student profile. So this is the section that will take you the longest time, but most of this information is optional. If you leave it blank, it's not going to impact your score. What it does is it helps connect you with college and scholarships. If you decide to fill this section out, it's important and will be helpful to have a copy of your transcript. Test date and center. So you're going to select the day and location of where you want to take the exam. It's important to know that we offer most of the SAT exams, but not all of them. So make sure that you are selecting the correct test date. If you're using a fee waiver, you'll enter that information in this section. Also, you'll have to upload a picture. So this photo will go on your admissions ticket. You can see examples of what is an acceptable photo and then those that are not accepted. And then you'll be able to check out. So at the checkout, you will make a payment if you didn't have a fee waiver. You're also given the option to purchase SAT prep books, but there are many free online resources. So if you don't want to purchase anything, we really don't recommend purchasing it, but you can, of course. There are free resources that you can use to help you prepare. If you paid for the exam, then you get the first 4 scores for free. So, meaning that you're able to send your scores to 4 different schools without having to pay an additional fee. But there is a deadline that you have to select those schools by. So, make sure that you look at that when you are registering. If you used a fee waiver, then all scores are sent free. Make sure that you print your admissions ticket and read it. It has a lot of important information on it, things that you should bring and shouldn't bring, when you should arrive, all of that important information. So make sure that you study. Again, there are free practice tests available. There are practice tests through College Board and through ACT. There are also March to Success and Oregon CIS that has college or prep exams as well. So make sure that you are looking at those and study for the SAT to do your best.